scratching, chipping, flaking, we got it all. Heavy chipping medium. Welcome to the channel. I am the Resonator, and today we're going to go over this heavy chipping medium by AK Interactive. Alright, the directions say to go ahead and put your base coat down, which in this case I use steel. I wanted it to look metal. Then it says go ahead and put down 2 to 3 coats of this heavy chipping medium. And then afterwards you put on your final coat. I added a little bit of the chipping medium to my airbrush gun, and I started spraying and realized the pressure wasn't quite high enough. Wasn't getting quite enough coming out that I wanted. So I upped the pressure, and it started to work a little bit better. I think I was around 35 psi, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to be doing this again, so I'll make sure to keep note of how high I end up putting it to make sure I got a good flow. It's a little choppy here because I applied a few layers, cut out some time that was drying time that you guys don't want to see, something sitting there drying, and I actually used the airbrush air to help dry at times too, so I cut some of that out, but I put at least three coats of the heavy chipping medium on here. I gave the heavy chipping medium a few minutes to dry, and then on to the camo dark green here. This was my final color. I was trying to give it a nice, good, even coat. I just wanted a nice solid green all around. After this coat is dry, the next step is to humidify lightly and scratch with a brush or toothpick, it says. So here I tried 3 different techniques. The first one was using a wire brush that I got for cleaning my airbrush, and that was way too aggressive. And then I switched to this nylon brush that I thought would work a little bit better. And I'm not sure if it was too wet or if this was just too aggressive because it's a big brush, but it was taking off a lot of paint that I didn't want. So I went to the toothpick to get more of the areas that I wanted, pinpoint the exact areas that I want chipped. Mainly like the surfaces, like the airplane is flying through the air and it's hitting things, and so like the edge of the wings right here that I'm getting, that's the kind of spots that I really wanted to get. So I'm going along here, going back and forth between the toothpick, I believe, and this nylon brush, just going very lightly and just trying to get little spots here. For a little bit more detailed work, I switched brushes to a smaller brush just so that I could control again, how much I'm taking off and where exactly it's coming off. And just a little bit of water and a little bit of friction, and the paint comes right off. It was pretty amazing. After trying a few things, it felt like the toothpick was just the best thing to use. You could really pinpoint where you wanted to, make scratches, so you can actually make scratches and find scratches. And it was rigid enough to actually pull off the paint pretty easily without having to rub multiple times over a single area. So I just recommend using a toothpick. It worked really well. Alright, here is the final effect of the heavy chipping medium by AK Interactive. Now I just need to add some rust paint and it'll be good to go. Thanks for joining me.